इसलिए बोल रहा ना आप मैं आपके बोला लोन लेके ही करना पड़ेगा।
Morning.
Yeah. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
नीरज साहब, अनिकेत, Badya, Kadam, Rajkumar, Aditya Jain. So, any questions you have?
Yeah.
On the assignments or any questions you have, so that I can guide you.
Yes, sir. So this question related to the assignment, is that okay?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. Now you had given us about 7 questions. Now the third one, sir, stakeholders, requirement and processes. I had taken the example of a grocery store, to easily understand the thing. And so I was just wondering if I was not very sure what I could possibly do there, but I did something like this. I said the owner, what's his requirement is to get the product quickly at a fair price, quickly, and to the customers. That I thought was his basic requirement. The process was he has to invest, list out products, undertake vendors, organize processes, organize purchase, stock, stack, sales, billing, delivery. This is what came to my mind. I just wanted to know if I'm on the right track.
I think the inventory process would take care of it. There's one process which is called as inventory.
Yeah.
I think that would be suffice to manage the grocery, because you're talking about groceries. It's all managing the stock. So you'll have to look at the inventory process.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mansi. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Aditya, do you have any question? Niraj?
Yes,
Adam.
regarding the assignment, that point number 6, sample manual index, process manual index. Okay. So I couldn't do that because I was not able to understand. Actually, we just need to write that what are the contents, like what are the activities for the department, what are the post targets, like that. We have to list out the contents of to write in details what will be there in the.
Now, Aditya, you know me since last 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you also purchased my course, 12,500.
Mm-hmm.
And that time, 3 courses were offered. In that course, one was process manuals.
Yes.
So uska index is that what I was looking at.
That covered page. Content table, the contents, right? That thing. Right. When I just kept it ready, I was just wanting to show that just needed those bullet points. What will be there in the title.
Any other questions, please?
Sir, Arvind here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, regarding SWOT analysis, what I could do through last 2 days is I talked to 3 of my friends who have their own organization.
Mm-hmm.
So practically, I will be doing with them the SWOT analysis of their organizations.
Good.
Does that make any sense, sir?
Yes, sir.
So what? I think all the following 3 points. I think 5 points will also be covered in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have talked to them, made them understand what we are going to do, and that will also benefit them. We'll try to make it in a way that will also help them.
Mm-hmm. Very good, actually.
Yes. So 3 organizations I have identified. Process Pump Corporation, owned by my friend Mayur Shinde. Nine Torque Engineering, that by Sandesh we have sent him also proposal in the beginning. And there is a dye company where my friend Amit is a manager. So with them I can do it. So most probably this evening 2 assignments will be completed. Third one I will be doing tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? Neeraj?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, third number question is stakeholder requirement and process to meet the requirement. We have first to define the requirement of any of the organizations we have chosen. And process to meet the requirement, just give some elaboration to, because I'm not able to properly get it.
Okay, ठीक है. आप कौन से organization में काम करते हैं?
Sir, dairy industry.
Dairy industry. Wonderful. Good. So, आपका raw material क्या होता है?
Raw material तो जो milk जो procurement होता है, procure होता है.
Milk procurement होता है. So, कौन stakeholder है उसके लिए?
उसमें तो जो farmers है जो
farmers.
मंडली वाले.
Right. Farmer का requirement क्या होता है?
फार्मर की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि उनको जो वेटनरी हेल्थ केयर है उससे रिलेटेड एड उनको प्रोवाइड किया जाए. जैसे उनका ट्रीटमेंट है, प्लस उनके लिए जो प्रोटीन युक्त जो डाइट है उन लोगों के लिए, प्लस जो समय पे उनके लिए व्हीकल अवेलेबल हो टू कैरी आउट मिल्क फ्रॉम देयर स्टेशन टू प्लांट इन टाइम बाउंडेड मैनर.
Okay. और क्या?
और उसकी क्वालिटी डिटेरियोरेट ना हो, ये इंश्योर करना.
नहीं, फार्मर का और क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है? एक तो प्रोटीन, दूसरा लॉजिस्टिक्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट, और तीसरा क्या होगा? तीसरा
मनी, जैसे मनी एक्सचेंज उनको टाइमली पेमेंट हो जाए.
हाँ जी. So money is very important thing, right? It's a fuel for running the business.
Okay.
So stakeholder के वो requirements है. So protein supply करने का क्या process है?
प्रोटीन सप्लाई करने का प्रोसेस है सर कि सबसे पहले उनको रजिस्टर करना पड़ता है डेयरी के साथ में. और डेयरी का अपना एक खुद का वो प्लांट है फीड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का. तो वहाँ से उनको 50% या 60% रिबेट पे उनको प्रोवाइड करते हैं उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग.
ओके, तो क्या उस प्रोसेस को क्या बोलते हैं? इस कार्य को क्या बोलते हैं आप लोग? आपके टर्मिनोलॉजी क्या है? क्या डिपार्टमेंट है इसका?
उसका तो उसको
इस
दूध
डिपार्टमेंट का,
संपादन ऐसा बोलते हैं।
हाँ जी,
दूध संपादन ऐसा।
दूध संपादन, ओके ओके। ना दूध संपादन बहुत ब्रॉड हो गया, सो और
जो मतलब
ओके,
मिल्क प्रोक्योरमेंट के ही अंदर में, उसी डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर में आता है।
हाँ ठीक है। तो उस प्रोसेस को क्या बोलते हैं? प्रोटीन को सप्लाई करने के लिए क्या बोलते हैं? उस एक्टिविटी को क्या बोलते हैं आप लोग?
नहीं ध्यान।
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, आपको मालूम होगा। आप जो प्रोटीन सप्लाई करते हैं,
हाँ
इस
जी।
कार्य के बारे में मेरे को थोड़ा सा समझाएंगे आप? क्या क्या करते हैं इसमें आप लोग?
उसमें सर जो भी जो राइस राइस बार हुआ या दूसरे जो मोटे अनाज हुए उनके, वो प्रोक्योर करते हैं गांव गांव से। प्लस जो कॉटन सीड होता है, ये सब मिला करके उनका फिक्स प्रोपोर्शन में प्लांट है उसका, वो मैन्युफैक्चर करके, और जो मंडली में जो भी किसान रजिस्टर्ड है उनको फिक्स है कि मंथ में अगर इतने उनके कैटल है तो कैटल के हिसाब से उनका फिक्स है कुछ प्रोटीन, वो उनको प्रोवाइड करते हैं। अगर उनके अलावा उनको और कोई रिक्वायरमेंट है तो वो इंडियन जनरेट मतलब इन्फॉर्म करते हैं प्रोक्योरमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में, और वहाँ से फिर उनको।
आप एक काम करिए,
हाँ जी सर।
फार्मर के 3 रिक्वायरमेंट आपने पता किए, आप
हाँ
ही
जी।
इसके ऊपर में काम करिए। नेक्स्ट वीक आप मेरे को आपका डिपार्टमेंट को स्टडी करके आप मुझे बताइए कि फार्मर के ये 3 रिक्वायरमेंट
ओके।
क्या प्रोसेस से आप फुलफिल करते हैं। बिकॉज जब आप थोड़ा सा स्टडी करोगे तो आपको आंसर मिल जाएंगे इसके। मैं
ओके।
वे yeah, मैं अभी कुछ बोलूंगा तो गलत होगा, क्योंकि मुझे आपकी कंपनी के बारे में कुछ नहीं मालूम। आई हैव लिमिटेड नॉलेज, सो अगर आप ही उसको थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करें और हम सबको बताएं तो शायद समझ।
डेफिनेटली सर, डेफिनेटली।
थैंक यू। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? एनीबडी? लीना, any questions? Ankit, Aniket?
No question, sir.
Okay, chaliye. Thank you so much. Mansi, can you read it for us? Clause number 10. We'll come to 5, 6, 7, but this is the last clause. So we should do anything with the purpose, so the purpose gets defined in clause number 10.
The improvement. 10.1 General. The organization shall determine and select opportunities for improvement and implement any necessary actions to meet customer requirements and enhance customer satisfaction. These, these shall include A. Improving products and services to meet requirement as well as to address future needs and expectations. B. Correcting, preventing, or reducing undesired effects. C. Improving the performance and effectiveness of quality management system. Note, examples of improvement can include correction, corrective action, continual improvement, breakthrough change, innovation, and reorganization. 10.2 Non-conformity and corrective action. 10.2.1 When non-conformity occurs, including any arising from complaints, the organization shall A. React to the non-conformity and as applicable, 1. Take action to control and correct it. Second, deal with the consequences. B. Evaluate the need for action to eliminate the causes of the non-conformity in order that it does not reoccur or occur elsewhere by number 1. Reviewing and analyzing the non-conformity. Number 2, determining the causes of the nonconformity. Number 3, determining if similar nonconformities exist and could potentially occur. C, implement any action needed. D, review the effectiveness of any corrective action taken. E, update risk and opportunities determined during planning if necessary. F, make changes to the quality management system if necessary. Corrective actions shall be appropriate to the effects of the non-conformities encountered. 10.2.2 The organization shall retain documented information as evidence of A. The nature of non-conformities and any subsequent actions taken. B. The results of any corrective action. 10.3 The organization shall continually improve the suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness of the quality management system. The organization shall consider the results of analysis and evaluation and outputs from management review to determine if there are needs or opportunities that shall be addressed as a part of continual improvement.
So it is a very general requirement. So I have covered in one flow. What I want is we are about 8 of us, excluding me. I want Mansi Rajkumar to focus on what are the implementation requirement. I'll give you 5 minutes time to think over. Mansi and Rajkumar would focus on implementation requirement. What are the things which we require to implement? Arvind Kadam, Leena would and Badya would focus on implement. What I said for Mansi, Rajkumar, implementation requirement, right? Or documentation
Yes.
requirement?
Implementation, sir.
Yeah. So Arvind Kadam, Leena and Arvind Badya, all 3 of you can work on documentation requirement for this clause number. And rest of you, please consider some audit questions which can be asked as per clause number 10. It is 10:20 now. We'll, after 5 or 10 minutes, spend some time because I want you to apply yourself. 10:30, we'll start discussing about this. Read the standard and make notes. Yeah. So, Mr. Rajkumar or Mansi,
Yes, sir.
what are the action items under this clause?
Uh, in the process, in any processes, manufacturing or services, we are looking at continuous improvements. So whenever you find that there is a opportunity to correct a process, uh, so this is correction in the process could be one implementation that can be done, sir.
Months. What else? Please complete your communication.
Yeah. Now, and whatever process we are doing, it should not be permanent or fixed. It should be an ongoing kind of a thing. There should be a constant, continuous improvement in the process. And there could be a stage where the entire process could be eliminated, or there was some dramatic finding or innovation which totally eliminated a process, thereby saving on time, cost, and energy. This thing. Now, whatever we are doing, we need to incorporate this into the process and reorganize the whole thing. This is what I understood from.
Oh, no, it's okay. Next. Anything else you want to contribute?
Mansi.
Basically, here we need to identify the opportunities for improvement
One minute.
and
1 minute.
determine the action.
That's one action item. What else?
We also need to determine action to meet customer requirement.
What else?
Implement these identified.
And corrective and preventive actions. We need to have a procedure of NC, non-conformity and corrective action. That would be in documentation. And also we need to identify the risks and opportunities and determine what could be the cause of non-conformities. Review and analysis of non-conformities. We need to implement the process of NC and correct. And corrective action.
What else under implementation?
We need to update our risk and opportunities, which were determined during planning.
What else? because improvements is getting covered in the first point, so I'm not repeating it. What else under implementation? Anybody else also can contribute, other participants.
The root cause analysis or reviewing the control measures.
What else? Hello.
Sir, output from management review.
Complete the sentence.
Output from management review of verification activities.
Complete the sentence. Anybody else? Aniket? What else the company or any organization should do under implementation?
We should also address future needs and expectations of customers for improving our products and services.
Okay. That will be part of improvement.
So whatever corrections and this thing have been taking place, that has to be incorporated into the system, into the QMS.
Yeah, that is the implement process of addressing non-conformities. So once you do correction and corrective action, it gets automatically implemented.
Revision control.
Haji?
Revision control. Revision document. Policies, processes.
Can you read clause number 10 point? Just tell you what is that? 10.3.
The organization shall continually improve the suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness of quality.
Next page. The organization shall consider the results of analysis and evaluation and the outputs from.
So what will you implement here?
Whatever
Implementation of outputs from the MRM.
What else under implementation?
where we found that there are opportunities that the non-conformity was an opportunity that also needs to be focused upon. You know? Sometimes the non-conformity could lead to opportunities, newer opportunities.
Can you read 10.2.2?
Yes, sir. The organization shall retain documented information as evidence of the nature of the non-conformities and any subsequent actions taken, the result of any corrective actions.
Okay.
We're talking about maintaining documents here.
See, one of the things which I recommend is
Yes, sir.
no, that will not come here. It will be in the documentation. Okay, no problem. So as of now, I think this 4 is suffice. 1, it is expected of an organization to identify and implement opportunities for improvement. 2, every organization should have a process for addressing the non-conformities by way of corrections and corrective action. But while you do this, you also need to update your risk registers. 4th one, organization continues to evaluate certain data, of operations, and they have their business review meetings. Based on that, action items should be, yeah, Mansi, you were saying something.
we can have the requirements for continual improvement. We need to requirements for continual improvement.
Identify and implement opportunities for improvement. Will it not cover that?
Yes.
Now, Arvind, Leena, Kadam and Bate, what are the documentation requirements you have identified? Leena?
So I identified.
Let Leena speak. Let Leena speak.
Sir, we will need the analysis report of the customer feedback or complaints. Means that will teach us how to improve our products.
Okay.
Then the training, planning, action plan, and the reports maintain.
Training on?
Improvement that is required. So we need to train the technicians or the people.
Mm-hmm.
And the non-conformity reports from the quality department, quality control department.
Mm-hmm.
That is record of NC.
Okay.
Sir, in 4th point, procedure for corrective action also. Procedure for handling non-conformity and
That will include that both. Whenever there is a non-conformity, in that procedure, it will both has to be included. Correction and corrective action. Yes, Arvind Kadam, you were saying something.
Yes, sir. So customer complaint register is included in this, or will be it a separate?
Not
separate. Okay. Okay.
What else?
Is there any SOPs involved here where it needs to be updated?
I mentioned this, no? Procedure for handling non-conformities.
Okay.
so we need to have a record of NC. We should have
Yes, sir.
record
10
of
point,
non-conformity.
yeah, 10.2.2 comprehensively talks about the history of non-conformities, actions taken, and the results thereof.
Padya.
NCR and corrective action records.
Documentation requirements, it is covered. The procedure is covered. Implementation records are covered.
Revision.
Revision is under document. Anybody else?
So updated risk register would come here as a document, or
Not required here. Not required here. Under implementation, it's okay because risk procedures getting started with the clause number 6. So under clause 6, we are doing risk register preparation. So updation is implemented.
closure of action. Document for that. NCR closure.
Any other documentation requirement? Anybody else can contribute?
MRM record and their conclusion.
So what about the process manual? There you need not to implement change anything.
Not required, sir. Good. Now, considering this implementation requirements and documentation requirements, what questions you as an auditor would be asking? Aditya Jain. Request others to keep it muted.
Yes. What action has the organization taken to prevent non-conformities?
Oh, bekar question.
Actually,
Yeah. Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. Last time also told you, don't ask questions which are direct.
so how do they measure effectiveness of the quality management system that it is being continually?
Bekar question है sir. क्यों auditor बन रहे हैं? Why are you becoming auditor? If you are not interested in yourself, then you should not. You are not applying yourself. I'm very asking you a simple question. That considering this clause, implementation and documentation, what questions you'll ask? The question should be interesting. The question should be exciting. Create interest in yourself, boss. Love yourself. What questions you ask will determine the attitude of the organization towards improvement. Lina.
Sir, I will ask how they achieved success after improvement.
Okay. Can you ask more questions? I appreciate you're getting trained for this. Wonderful. Neeraj.
Region of change or exclusion of any product or services.
Not the right question at the right one. This is not the context. We are discussing improvements. So you asked questions related to improvements.
What are the future goals of the organization?
No, sir. Khadam. Aditya Jain, I want to focus on you. ऐसा सवाल पूछिए मजा आ जाना चाहिए, सामने वाले को मजा आना चाहिए.
What improvements in products and services have you done for the future requirement of the customers?
No.
नहीं.
और सोचिए. Aniket.
Sir, can we ask from the corrective and preventive action that has been implemented, what is the improvement that the organization has, or what is the gain that the organization has derived?
और क्या पूछ सकते हैं? Manar.
So can we ask what are their improvement plans for next 3 months or 6 months, like that?
You are able to already see the documentation requirement is there, right?
Yes.
So वहां से दिख जाएगा. Then why you are asking again the same question? Ask questions which are not visible and requires probing.
Okay.
Fact finding.
Mm-hmm.
Manar.
Sir, can I add?
Yes.
No idea.
Share some customer feedback and what was done to improve or enhance customer satisfaction. So we just asking to share some customer feedback. Could be positive or negative. Thereon we add additional.
So it is need not be only customer feedback, other things also involved.
Yeah.
So you need to look at action items, ask for action items on results of analysis. This will generate some dialogue with the customer. Manhar. Aditya.
No idea, sir.
Sir, have they been able to reduce customer complaints through improvements?
Aditya. Does it make sense, Aditya? Which non-conformities, which are these non-conformities have reoccurred in spite of corrective action? So this will not be obvious unless until you probe. ऐसा होता है कि लोग corrective action लेते हैं, corrections करते हैं, उसके बावजूद दोबारा वो गलतियां होती है. So this is one question which will help you to know whether they have the effectiveness of improvement is, in the spirit of standard. Aditya, have you understood?
Yes.
Yeah, Mansi.
It will measure the effectiveness of it.
Yes, Mansi.
Another question we can ask, what have you done to decrease your cost and what have you done to increase the return on investment?
Yes.
Because money is for the, what are the steps taken to decrease the cost? That will, that's a continual improvement, whether they have automated any process or they have reduced the FTE or they have initiated any Six Sigma or Kaizen or something in which is reducing the waste and the cost and increase on the return of investment.
One of the assignments which all of you should try to do is read or understand the concept of cost of poor quality. Google, you'll find a lot of material. That should be your assignment for the week. Read on now, if you work on this, your auditing will improve. The quality of auditing will improve. There's a lot of material in this subject, cost of poor quality. Otherwise, it's very generic, reducing cost, increasing returns. All those things gets covered under cost of poor quality or cost of quality. Any other questions that you may like to ask?
So can we ask what were the opportunities you found during implementation of non-conformity or due to non-conformity?
So, Mr. Rajkumar, that's a good question. So I have fine-tuned it, tweaked it a little. What are the sources of identifying improvements?
Okay.
So there could be 10 sources. If you go through my course on launch yourself as ISO consultant or any other course, you'll find I think I've discussed this aspect. So there are many sources which an organization should work on. It could be a complaints, it could be value addition, it could be opportunities in the market. So you should ask this question: what are the sources of identifying improvements? What are the sources you have worked on? You have worked on in identifying improvements.
And,
complaint, yeah.
And
what else?
What could be the likely answer for this, sir?
It could be complaints, it could be non-conformities, it could be benchmarking, it could be competition, it could be the customer requirement, I think.
Okay.
There are many sources for identifying improvements.
One
Good.
more.
Yeah.
How do you ensure that the problem doesn't reoccur?
That's it. Mansi?
Occur and reoccur.
Recur,
The preventive and
Yeah,
recur.
recur is okay.
So, but isn't this question too direct, sir? You said it should be camouflaged or it should be sweet tooth, this thing and all.
No, we are discussing, see, if you look at the implementation and documentation, what Mansi is trying to understand from them is what efforts they made to make sure that, whatever non-conformities they have come through or have experienced does not reoccur or occur, So it's okay. Good. So how was the session?
Eye-opening.
Good. I purposefully took class number 10. This thought came in the morning. I was thinking how to add value. I could have done just class number 5, 6. It would have become monotonous. I thought I'll create some interest, excitement. So we'll have a bio break. We had 1 hour session. So 1 hour कैसे निकल गया पता नहीं चला. But it was wonderful, I think.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please open the clause number 5. Are we ready? All of us?
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I need confirmation from everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Kadam?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Leadership and commitment. Top management shall demonstrate leadership and commitment with respect to quality management system by one of these ways or set of these. One, taking accountability of effectiveness of system. Two, ensuring that policy and objectives are established and are compatible with the context and the direction of the organization. Three, ensuring the integration of management system requirements into organization's business processes. Three, promoting use of process approach and risk-based thinking. Ensuring that resources needed for a system are available. Communicating the importance of effective quality management and of conforming to the requirements. Ensuring system achieves intended results, because it is believed that results, if you want to get results, system is implementing the system is the means. Engaging, directing, supporting persons to contribute to improve the effectiveness of the system, promoting improvement, supporting the relevant management roles to demonstrate their leadership as it applies to their areas of response. Business means those activities which are core to the purpose of the organization's existence, whether the organization is public, private, or profit or non-profit. So it means even an NGO can implement this and this system, because they have certain outcomes to be derived at. Customer focus, the top management shall demonstrate leadership and commitment with respect to customer focus by ensuring customer and applicable statutory regulatory requirements are determined, understood, and consistently met. The risks and opportunities that can affect conformity of products and services and the ability to enhance customer satisfaction are determined and addressed. The focus on enhancing customer satisfaction is maintained. Policy. Top management shall establish, implement, maintain quality policy, which is appropriate to the purpose and the context of the organization and supports its strategic direction. Provides a framework for setting goals, includes a commitment to satisfy applicable requirements, includes a commitment to continually improve the system. Once your policy is made, it needs to be communicated, and the policy shall be available and maintained as a documented information. Number two is communicated, understood, and applied within the organization. Be available to all stakeholders. Organization roles, responsibilities, and authorities. The top management shall ensure that responsibilities and authorities of relevant roles are assigned, communicated, and understood within the organization. The top management shall assign and the responsibility and authority for A, ensuring that quality management system conforms to the requirements of the standard. B, ensuring that the processes are delivering their intended outputs. C, reporting the performance of quality management system and on opportunities for improvement in particular to the top management. Ensuring the promotion of customer focus throughout the organization, and ensuring that integrity of quality management system is maintained when changes to the quality management system are planned and implemented. Now, first we'll discuss what are the documentation requirements of an organization. I have requested all of you to prepare and come. So I want to understand from you, what are the documentation requirements?
So first of quality policy.
Please. बोलिए राजकुमार सर, मानसी.
The documentation,
Yeah.
risk analysis, one of the document, methodology, like the treatment plan.
Quality policy.
Already written, no, sir? You're able to see the screen, right? Abade?
Yes,
We
sir.
can see that clause 5.3 there.
The clause.
We are seeing the standard. Yeah, now it's there.
Yeah. So under documentation requirements, what else we can?
Customer
I mean-
complaint register or the laws.
We, we need to have competence and training and awareness records.
Yeah.
That is, leadership has to ensure the responsibilities that particular anybody is taking on.
फाइव 5.1 से 5.3 तक आप पढ़िए एक बार, और इट हैज टू बी सीन होलिस्टिकली. और क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए आपको? पॉलिसी, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. Beautiful.
Customer complaint or feedback register is not required.
No. So Lena said compliance. You should have a compliance metrics with you. Which act, what are the compliances? The document has to be there with every organization.
Communication method.
Not here.
Procedure for communication.
Mhm.
Change in policy, sir. Changes in policy.
क्या बात कर रहा हूँ मैं और आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
अरे डॉक्यूमेंट रिक्वायरमेंट में जो कोई पॉलिसी में चेंजेस हुआ है तो उसका रिकॉर्ड भी मांग सकते हैं।
हम लोग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन रिक्वायरमेंट बात कर रहे हैं सर, ऑडिट नहीं कर रहे हैं। हम लोग 5.1 क्लॉज लीडरशिप के अंतर्गत क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स की दरकार है, क्या डॉक्यूमेंट्स चाहिए, उसके बारे में वी आर डिस्कसिंग।
So MOM.
नहीं, good. So if you have this is suffice as part of leadership, you need to know the direction of the organization through policy objectives. You also need to know how they are getting it implemented through their teams by using their defining them in responsibilities and authorities. And you need to also have your compliance metrics. Is compliance spelling right? We typed there, I don't remember.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's right.
It's right.
And mainly here, if you can define customer requirements, stated and implied customer requirements, both current as well as future, this will suffice as a documentation. Now, under implementation, what are the things you can think of?
Establish policy and objectives. Establish policy and objectives.
It has got covered in documentation. Can we talk something else?
Communication.
Beautiful. All stakeholders should know what they are expecting. Beautiful. What else?
Communication policy. We are talking about quality policy objectives.
Haji?
Yes. Promote risk-based thinking.
Promote?
Risk-based thinking.
Beautiful.
Promote improvements.
meet or exceed customer expectations.
To meet customers' expectations.
Ensuring resources to carry out the QMS. The recruitment.
Provide required resources.
Good. Wonderful. So leadership is normally whom you'll audit in an organization.
Top management.
Beautiful. So if you're auditing a top management, what are the questions you're going to ask? Mr. Chakravarti.
How have you
Consider-
been? How have you been able to maintain this quality?
Hmm. So what are the questions you're going to ask leadership team? It could be if it's a small organization, the owner.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? 2 years?
Good question. Good question.
How do you keep your stakeholders happy, satisfied?
How do you conduct your management reviews?
Bad question. You can begin slowly with describe your journey. Basically, when he'll talk about his past, he'll talk about his future. He'll talk about. You can do some paraphrasing, and asking about his. How do he see himself in next 3-4 years? So dwell upon and describe your journey. I'm only asking you to word it rightly, but the intent is you make them talk. Second thing which under leadership, when you discuss is you can ask them a question like, how are you positioning differently than your competitors? Basically, this question will reveal a lot.
What is the context there, sir? How are you positioning differently than your competitors?
Positioning yourself, organization in terms of products and services.
Okay.
See, ISO certification services, we do at 2 lakhs. There are people who do at 2,000 rupees. The way we position ourselves are different, So every organization has to find its way to position themselves, in the market. So how are you positioning yourself? How positioning differently than your competitors? So definitely they'll create more value than you'll be able to catch their attitude in that process. What problems you are solving now? Instead of asking what pain points you have, you ask differently that what problems you are solving now. So it reflects, what system correction is required.
What is the feedback you get from your training? What is the feedback you get on your training or from your training?
Which training?
No, we are just talking about training so that to know whether they're doing a training about all these changes which is happening.
Okay.
To understand if they're doing this thing at all.
You can ask a question, what's the basis for setting goals? People may have goals, but feedbacks, complaints, all those things, risks, opportunities. So they need to have some basis for setting goals. That's what I tend to ask.
So if he asks you what do you mean goals, you'll further dwell on that, sir.
Naturally, see, all this is you'll ask and they'll listen. So I'm giving you a set of questions which will enable you to have a conversation.
It will take you further.
Yeah. See, normally what people do is they set basis only a financial goal or a sales goal. What about the goals for other areas?
So
goals for different. Goals for different.
How are you mitigating your risk?
So that is what problems you are solving now, or which risks you are. इसमें cover हो जाना चाहिए. So this is how you should audit leadership. Any questions? I'll share this.
Okay.
Any questions? Any questions?
Sir, here in this organization roles and responsibilities, there's a point there, 5.3 D, ensuring the promotion of customer focus throughout the organization. How do they ensure this, sir? How will they ensure this?
Of course, training.
Training only.
Through training.
So don't you need to ask them some question on training there?
No.
No, see, we are discussing different clauses. There is a separate clause for training also.
Okay.
So that gets covered.
And one more thing, the customer can be internal as well as external stakeholder.
So what do you want to communicate?
Yeah, there can be different training needs for different stakeholders.
No, but why we are discussing here now?
No, customer focus we are discussing. No? I am just extending the question that Rajkumarji asked.
Okay.
So this see, the next point, sir, I just wanted you to elaborate on that. Ensuring that the integrity of the quality QMS is maintained when changes to the QMS are planned and implemented. 5.3E.
Yeah.
Ensuring that the integrity of the quality management system is maintained when changes to the quality management.
See, you cannot make any teams in the organization cannot make abrupt changes without proper protocol or approvals. So you need to have a protocol for bringing in changes in the organization. That's what it means.
Okay.
That also we'll discuss as we move forward. Any questions? See, in auditing, you don't audit clause. This is what I've taught in the course. You have to see the business and audit as per the principles, 7 principles. Knowing these clauses would help you audit the 7 principles. Mr. Chakravarti.
Yes, sir.
Aniket.
Understood.
Good. Yeah. So we'll go to clause number 6. Clause number 6 talks about planning, actions to address risks and opportunities. When planning for the quality management system, I'll just move this. When planning for the quality management system, the organization shall consider the issues and the requirements and determine the risk and opportunities that need to be addressed to A, give assurance that system achieves the intended results, B, enhance the desirable effects, C, prevent, reduce undesired effects, and D, achieve improvement. The organization shall plan actions to address this risk and opportunities, how to integrate and implement actions into system processes, evaluate the effectiveness of these actions. Actions taken to address risk and opportunities shall be proportionate to the potential impact of conformity of products and services. Note, options to address risks can include avoiding risk, taking risk in order to pursue an opportunity, eliminating the risk source, changing the likelihood or consequences, sharing the risk, or retaining the risk by informed decision. Opportunities can lead to adoption of new practices, launching of new products, opening new markets, addressing new customers, building partnerships, using new technology and other desirable and viable possibilities to address the organization or its customers' needs. Quality objectives and planning to achieve them. The organization shall establish quality objectives at relevant functions, levels, and processes. Be consistent with the policy, be measurable, take account into applicable requirements, be relevant to conformity of products and services to enhance customer satisfaction, be monitored, be communicated, be updated as appropriate. The organization shall maintain documented information on quality objectives. When planning how to achieve its quality objectives, the organization shall determine A, what will be done, B, what resources will be required, C, who will be responsible, D, when it will be completed, E, how the results will be evaluated. Planning for changes. When an organization determines the need for changes in the system, the changes shall be carried out in a planned manner. The organization shall consider the purpose of change and their consequences, potential consequences, the integrity of system, availability of resources, allocation and reallocation of responsibilities and authorities. Since you all have come with preparation on, so please tell me under clause number 6, which is planning. What are the documentation requirements?
Action plan to mitigate risk.
Action plan to
Mitigate risk.
So we need to have a risk register where it is showing the likelihood and the assessment, where all the threats, vulnerability, likelihood, everything, it's the controls and residue risk owner, everything is mapped.
So we can see the standard.
Sir, I'm not able to hear you, Arvind Bhatia.
No, we are looking at the standard. We are not able to see your document.
Oh,
It is there.
okay, sorry. So action plan for achieve quality objectives, maintain risk register, including. What else is the documentation requirement?
So when we say achieve quality objectives, does it also mean the opportunities, or there should be a separate action plan to achieve opportunities?
We need to have MOM, minutes of meeting, that needs to be recorded whenever we plan.
I didn't understand.
Minutes of meeting, that is MOM, whenever we plan any review with the management. So whoever has attended the meeting and what are the roles taken. Minutes of meeting, MOM. Yeah.
Sir, will we need a change management plan over here in the documentation requirements?
Good.
So the procedure of change management, problem management, and incident management.
That's okay. Change management. What else? Under planning, what are the other documentation requirements?
Sir, learning and development programs.
Hmm.
KRAs.
That's covered in the previous class. Okay.
Maybe a training
So-
calendar or something.
No. So under planning, what are the implementation requirements?
Quality objectives. We need to set. Anything else? Performance matrix.
Not here. Okay. What questions you'll ask whether the planning aspect is being taken care right or wrong? What type of questions you'll ask? Rajkumar, under planning.
Yeah. When do you,
don't
how frequently do you carry out your planning exercise?
Can you repeat?
How frequently or when do you carry out your planning exercise?
What else you can ask?
What are the procedure for addressing risk and opportunities?
It is already there, right? Procedure to conduct and maintain risk register, including mitigation. Any other question which will excite them to judge how good they are at planning?
How are you monitoring your quality objectives?
How do you incorporate the learnings from failures and non-conformities in the system? See, the planning has to be captured this, changes will happen. So changes will happen because either you have failed or there has been non-conformities. And it is important that the organization should incorporate, correct the system.
How excited are your people with the allocation, or what do you say, about the roles and the responsibilities? How excited are your this thing, the people in the system about the roles and responsibilities?
Sir, sir, are you married, sir?
Long ago, sir.
Happily married, sir?
Yes, sir.
It cannot, sir. Either you will be happy or married. Similarly, job satisfaction, you'll have job or you'll have satisfaction. Both is not there in life. So don't create excitement through that, sir. So
just to draw an answer from them, sir, about responsibilities and authorities being.
Say it is, people will always, aap kuch bhi acha karo, people will always be people, and they'll find a way that not to remain happy because their attitude, So you as an auditor may not browse on that subject because घर में बीवी ने उसको डांटा होगा तो भी वो इस कंपनी के ऊपर में उतारेगा वो actually. So what questions you'll see? This plan, the clause which we are discussing is planning, and we need to judge how well they plan. So first question which somebody's talked about is how and when do you review your quality objectives, status, and risks? It shows how well they are, incorporating planning as a means, to improve. Then how do you incorporate the learnings from failures or non-conformities in the system? It also tells you how fast they respond to change in the system or in the organization. What else we can ask them?
You need to understand from them how do they communicate down the line, but you'll have to phrase it.
Yeah, beautiful question, sir. Beautiful question, sir. Wonderful. So that was clause number 6, planning. How was the session?
Very good.
Aditya?
So yes, very good and running form.
Lena,
Yes, sir. Excellent.
Aniket,
Sir, I found it very good because it's broken into three aspects like implementation requirements, documentation requirements, and the auditing requirements. So it creates a logical flow, sir. So it's very nice.
chaliye then. So please go and have a glass of water now, or at least 10 glasses पानी पीजिए sir. Aniket, yeah, so you're so happy, no? Right, sir. We'll have a bio break of 10 minutes. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
sir.
Yeah. Can we start?
Yes.
Yeah. All of you, are you there? Kadam, Padya, Manahar,
Yes, sir.
Neeraj,
Yes, sir.
Aniket. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Mansi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are going to discuss clause number 7, and we'll start with 7.5 about documented information. I request all of you to keep it muted. There's a lot of disturbance. Clause number 7.5 talks about documented information. The organization's quality management shall include documented information required by the standard, documented information required by the organization to run the business. The extent of documented information will change or vary from organization to organization because of a type of activities, processes, products, services, complexity of processes and their interaction, and the competency of the people. While creating and updating documentation, organizations need to look at how will they identify and describe the documents, what kind of format they'll prefer, whether there's a hard copy or software, electronics or paper, and how often they'll review and approve the suitability and adequacy of this documentation. It is essential that organizations should have a procedure for control of documented information. And documented information required by the system and the standard shall be controlled to ensure it is available and suitable for use where and when it is needed. 2, it is adequately protected for to avoid any improper use. Under control of documented information, another aspect is the organization shall address the following activities: how it will they'll distribute, who can access it, how do we retrieve it, how to use it, how it will be stored and preserved. The readability, legibility is important here. How will the control the changes, revision history, the version control. How long they will retain this document and how will they dispose this documents. Also, it is clearly stating that documented information of external origin, which is determined by the organization, needs to be captured, identified, and appropriately controlled. So you have to have a list of external documents. Documented information retained as an evidence of conformity shall be protected from unintended alterations. Records should not be changed. So, all such things need to be taken care. So, considering this, we'll discuss clause number 7.5. Which is documentation. Now, we should have procedure for control of documents and records.
So we are.
Sir, please share the screen with that document.
Yeah.
Oh, I just, sorry. So, I just typed this clause number 7.5 documentation, and under documentation requirement, there has to be procedure for control of documents and records. What else we should be there under documentation requirements?
Sir, archival policy, disposal policy.
It will be part of control of documents and records. Procedure for control. The procedure should define all those things. मानसी, और क्या रखेंगे प्रोसीजर में? तो वही सब रखेंगे जो एलिमेंट्स हमने डिस्कस किया था क्लास का, पासवर्ड, रिट्रीवर। हाँ जी,
record of maintenance and calibration for monitoring and review.
Are we clear on this? We should have procedure for control of documents.
Yes,
Do we accept this?
Yes, sir. Perfect. Perfect.
Another thing which we should ensure that there has to be list of internal and external documents formats for each process. That's what we have to know this. Another thing which is very important under this is evidence of conformity, that is list of records as evidence of conformity. What else is required under documentation requirements?
Inventory management, asset classification.
Actually, part of internal document or external document for a particular process, so that should get covered. We are not discussing any process here. We're discussing a particular class documentation requirement. So the essence has to get covered here under documentation requirement. So first is this itself should be complete, procedure for if that is there, I think rest of things will fall in place.
So what do we mean by external documents?
Okay. Any document which is prepared in-house and referred to is called as internal document. Any document which is procured or we get it from the customer or statutory and all will be under external, because they prepare it and they give it us. We cannot change that document. Any internal document can be changed, but external documents we cannot change. We can only refer. So the standard, if you read correctly and understand, it says an organization should have a list of internal and external documents and formats for each of the processes. So
it can also mean collaboration, also collaborated documents. Now they have a tie-up with some other organization.
agreed. Irrespective of that, who is the authorized person to change, whether our organization or other organization? It depends on the source, origin source. If it is a partner's, so it is a partner's document. You cannot change that. Lena, you want to say something? Aniket.
List of calibration equipment.
Not here.
7.1.5.1 record of maintenance and calibration of monitoring and measuring equipment.
We are discussing 7.5, right? Clause number 7.5, which is documented information. So pertaining to that, what are the other documentation requirements? Bade. Mansi. I would like to get corrected if I'm wrong.
Sir, anything regarding the application of document that has to be documented, or is it covered in the point A?
Sir, I'm not. Just hold on. Can you repeat, sir?
Anything regarding the
Aditya, आपका resound काफी आ रहा है. That's the reason I was not able to understand. Speaker phone पे हो क्या?
can you hear it?
हाँ बोलिए sir.
बोल रहे anything regarding the updation of documents, इसका कुछ document information होना चाहिए, or is it covered under point number 1?
Point number 1 में हो जाएगा ना, procedure for control of document. It includes how do you identify it, how do you maintain it, how do you update it. Everything will get covered there. Okay.
So 7.5 3.2 B, the this thing B, storage and preservation, including preservation of legibility. What do you mean by preservation of legibility?
The retention policy.
No. Legibility matlab it should be readable.
Okay.
Yeah, over the period of time, Rajkumar ji, the document gets old. The printing, the
document,
printing. Yes.
For example, they are documented in thermal paper.
Yes.
For a period of time, it gets erased. It will not be readable.
Yeah, it gets erased within weeks. So what we used to do, we have to take Xerox and attach original as a proof.
It can be kept in file server and backed up. A proper backup can be taken and time to time to preserve it.
Yes.
For data not to get loose.
Anar.
सर ये रिटेंशन और डिस्पोजिशन के बारे में कोई रिकॉर्ड होता है?
हाँ जी.
ये रिटेंशन एंड डिस्पोजिशन के बारे में कोई रिकॉर्ड होता है?
क्या रिकॉर्ड होता है समझा नहीं.
हम हमारा जो रिकॉर्ड है रिटेंशन और डिस्पोजिशन के लिए कोई डॉक्यूमेंट रखते हैं क्या? इसकी कोई जरूरत है?
नो उसमें कवर प्रोसीजर ऑफ कंट्रोल ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स में कवर हो जाते हैं ना सर.
ओके सर.
प्रोसीजर उसमें कवर हो जाना चाहिए ना.
रिटेंशन पॉलिसी जैसे 6 months तक रिटेन करना है, आर्काइव करना है, न्यू
will it not be covered under control of procedure for control of documents and records?
Yes.
It should be a part of that. No?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll share this. Yeah. So what is the implementation requirement? What else will be the implementation requirement? But
Determining the size.
Haji?
Determining the size of organization and its type of activities, processes, products, and services. Means the extent of document information. So for that, till what that is the scope. 7.5.1.
So it is expected that an organization, you need to identify what kind of documents, formats, records, files would be required for each process. This is also important as a part of documented information. So one of the assignment you should be doing is wherever this term documented information is written, please make a note of it. That's a place where you should ensure the client has a documented information. Good. Now, coming to auditing, what questions you'll ask? Aditya.
Then ask them related to the documentation controls, what they are implementing.
Haji.
About what controls they have made it for the to maintain the confidentiality of the documents.
Beautiful. Lina, you should check with the clients what kind of incidents were there in past, where in spite of having adequate controls, the documents, there was a loss of documents. Aniket.
So, but is this question not too direct, and they could just scan this thing, skim over that answer? Can they give a negative answer for this if you ask like this?
Yeah, it is possible. So it is not the only question we are going to ask. There are 100 of the questions, but this is one thing which you should definitely prompt.
Okay.
The way you can ask this question could be 10 types, okay. 10 ways you can ask this question. You can say that I came to know that there was this document stolen and it has impacted and all. So वो बोल सकता है कि सर कब कैसे वो तो नहीं हुआ ये वाला हुआ. So it's an art of auditing is an art, In fact, I'm trying to develop a coaching program for auditors on this. Many people have qualified as an auditor, but they need a lot of support. Yes, sir. Any other question which we can ask?
how will you ensure only the authorized people have access to the system or the documents? That is defining the distribution list. These has to be
normally, what we write in the control of documents is who will prepare it, who will check it, who will approve it. And it is there in the procedure for control. So this question which you're asking, what answer you're expecting? One second. Manar. So this is one question which I normally ask. How do you know that your existing documentation is adequate? So what answers you'll get, Manar? Aditya, Aniket, Kadam, Lina, Niraj, Badde.
It will give an idea about if they have carried out any other changes, in the process.
Sir, my question is, how do you know that your existing documentation is adequate? So what response you will expect from there?
that we have revised it and updated it on timely basis.
I'm still asking. No, you have revised doesn't mean that the documentation is adequate. Aditya,
Authorized
how do you
person.
know that? Authorized person से adequacy नहीं पता चलता है. How will you know?
All the parameters of COD, control of documents, revision history, or change history.
How will you know that the documentation in the company is adequate or the organization is adequate? Badde. Aditya.
If they are not facing any issues with any of the processes,
No. See, the only way you'll find to have is whether documentation is adequate or not if they make a process flow chart. And if you see that ISO standard, there is a picture, inputs, outputs, source, and all. Look at that, and they should be able to identify documents, formats, record for at each level: input level, source level, activity level, results level. That's how you identify whether the documentation is adequate or not. Mr. Rajkumar, have you understood?
Yes, sir. You are talking about a schematic diagram there.
Yes. So looking at that, the client should be able to identify their documentation requirement for each of the processes, internal, external, records, from there itself. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we close clause number 7.5 and we'll come to clause 7.4. What is 7.4?
Communication.
So The organization shall determine the internal external communication relevant to the quality management system, which could include what it will communicate, when it will communicate, when to communicate, with whom to communicate, how to communicate, who communicates. Beautiful. Are you able to see the so what is the documentation requirement?
So call tree matrix.
Communication policy.
And interested parties.
What to communicate, why to communicate, when to communicate, who has to communicate, and how has to communicate. So this is the documentation requirements, Mr. Rajkumar. Have you understood, Mr. Rajkumar?
Sir, in this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first thing is, for every stakeholder, the communication needs are different. So as an organization, we should know what each stakeholder's communication requirements are. Once you know that, then you prepare a communication matrix stakeholder wise. Yes, Mansi.
Escalation matrix also will come in.
It will get covered, no? That will be part of communication matrix only. Do you all agree? Aditya, Leena, Arvind?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Neeraj?
Procedure of communication.
It is not required here. How is sufficient, right?
So now you have multiple stakeholders, and there may be some communication restricted to a particular group. It need not be communicated to all, right?
That's what I'm saying, sir. That's what I have written. Stakeholder-wise communication matrix. I have forgot to write here. Stakeholder-wise communication matrix. That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
But there,
Yes, sir.
do you have anything to add? We'll keep it simple. It doesn't require much. It doesn't require much effort. One, you need to know what to communicate. What is the need of the stakeholder? And you need to have a process, what to communicate, why, when, and who, and how. Coming to implementation requirement, what you should be doing? Arvind Kadam.
Communicate to internal and external stakeholders.
No. I'm saying implementation. What is the implementation requirement?
Implementation of that communication policy.
So implement communication steps.
That suffice. So if you to each of the stakeholders. Anything else in implementation? Arvind Kadam.
You have to designate the persons who will be responsible for internal and external communication.
See, I have mentioned this who. That is the reason I mentioned who. Are you able to see that?
Documentation.
I made it very simple. So, right.
So these
Now,
communications can have a feedback also. I mean, you're communicating something, somebody responds back to you.
It includes feedback, sir.
Okay.
That's the reason requirements up kariye. It should be closing the loop. Any communication, you have to close the loop. How are you going to audit this?
How will you determine the internal and external communication relevant to QMS?
Badya, Kadam, what questions you'll ask? Aniket.
What are your modes of communication?
It is there in this matrix. So what else you'll ask?
How frequently do you communicate?
You can ask communication failures. Why? And what did they do about it? Relationships failures. Normally, life is about relationships, and relationships are based on communication. So, relationship failures, it could be with a supplier, it could be with the employees, it could be investors. Again, you need to check with them why and what they did do. So these are the auditing questions which I normally ask. If an organization had relationship failures with its stakeholders, it means there is an opportunity for us to improve our communication. Aniket Dubey, does it make sense what I'm talking to you?
Yes, sir, got it.
There are two aspects only you should be considering. Discuss, figure it out, do probing, find why a customer has been lost, why a supplier lost, why employees separated. I think that all reasons could be laid down to communication. It is all about communication failures, nothing else.
Can there be an upward bottoms up communication, like
Yeah.
not bottoms up, upward communication from the employees or something that can be possible?
It will be covered in this.
Communication may not
it will get
so
covered
it may not
here.
be top down or
It will be covered in this only. In communication, everything will get covered. Top, bottom, and all, everything will get covered. Internal, external, stakeholder wise. Chakravarti sir.
Yeah, I'm listening, sir.
Okay. Coming to 7.3. 7.3 talks about the organization shall ensure that persons doing the work under organization's control are aware of policy, objectives, relevant objectives, their contribution to the system and the performance, and the implications of not adhering to or conforming to the system. I repeat, the organization shall ensure that persons working in the organization's control are aware of the policy, objectives, and their contributions, and the implications of not adhering to the systems. So if I want to this was class 7.3, right? So 7.3 is about awareness. So you should have a training plan for the organization. Mute yourself, Mansi. You should have a training plan of the organization. What else is the documentation requirement?
Training records.
What else do you require under training?
So disciplinary action would be required as per 7.3D. Implication of not conforming to QMS.
It has to be training only. If somebody is not adhering to, then it's the you have to give long rope by way of training. That's what we teach. We have to give enough long rope, and there are cases where you have to hire fire kind of thing. Under implementation, it is level-wise training needs. Also, preparing training design, programs. It also includes identifying resources and scheduling training.
Sir, under documentation, will skill matrix come?
Good idea. Okay. What questions you'll ask? Rajkumar?
How effective was the training? No, that will be too direct. Okay.
How change in performance was evidenced after training? This could be a good question where they'll explain to you, okay, they have imparted the training and they saw the change in performance across, Mr. Rajkumar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great, sir. Or could we also frame it in a different way, like ROI of the training?
ROI is a language you understand. You put it in their language.
Okay. Okay.
Frequency of training.
That's there, na? Training plan of the month, quarter, yearly cover. Which problems you are solving by means of training. So this is, it also reflects on, when you ask this question, the organization's functioning, the pain points will come to know, which is a part of other clause. I think that can be taken care.
What were the innovations after your training?
What are the?
Innovations or improvements after training.
Yeah, how change in performance was evidenced after training. Innovation may not be the right question to ask at this level, training level.
Sir, we can ask for practical demonstrations if possible to judge the improvements.
It cannot be at random. The organization should have a defined way of going about it. Mr. Neeraj, does it make sense what I've written? For all the training plan, training programs, they should have a defined and authorized methodology of training and skill upgradation.
Awesome.
नहीं तो क्या है, कोई आप अलग तरह से करोगे, अनिकेत अलग से करेगा, राजकुमार अलग से करेगा, अरविंद अलग से करेगा.
Okay.
Good. Good. So yeah, please.
What have you done to implement the best practices?
How do you incorporate? So let them explain the process, and you'll definitely be able to figure out. Mansi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Arvind Kadam?
Yes, sir.
So this is how we need to look at clause number 7.3.
Yes,
so good. So that's all for today. I don't want to rush on anything. So we close here today. Since morning, we have covered clause number 10, clause number 5, clause number 6, and under clause number 7, we have covered 7.5, 7.4, 7.3. 7.2 and 7.1 will cover next week. How was the session, Aditya?
It's a very good session and detailed.
What are the takeaways?
Like we are learning how to implement, document, and auditing questions. Where we are having a holistic approach of not only auditing but also like working as a consultant. You can give some good value addition.
Manohar, what are your takeaways?
Sir. Sorry, sir.
What are your takeaways? Neeraj?
Sir, it was wonderful, and it was a very practical how to proceed for as a auditor to the different clauses and overall, and inside the view of in detail to how the method of questioning, the method of how you should be able to think and approach.
Good. Aniket?
Sir, this was very good actually. And the takeaways are actually the attitude or the way we should be thinking as an auditor. Uh, so our thinking will be facilitated by understanding the requirements on implementation and documentation. So that would
Beautiful.
really help.
That's a good takeaway. Good.
Yes.
Arvind Kadam.
Yes, sir. So basically, as we started in the last week and started preparing this particular document in 3 parts, that is documentation, implementation requirements, documentation, and auditing requirements. So that has come out well in the last session itself. And as we have also gone through the same systematic way, so it's now better to understand every clause, sub clause also. And so basically very good learning. And the last part, the auditing question itself, is a very good insightful part, because that will actually differentiate us from other auditors. So it is a sort of value addition mode. So what we are,
Padya?
Asking the right questions.
That's a takeaway. Wonderful. Thank you. Mansi? Lena?
Yes, sir. You explained in a easy way. Means we brainstorm ourselves what the audit is facing, so we can judge and we can conduct it practically. So it is good to understand and implement in the practical life.
Mansi? Takeaways?
So how to be effective in auditing, and how can you implement the system?
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So the assignment
Sir,
for all of, yeah.
One more thing, that the way we are conducting, or you are facilitating this, that we could visualize many things. Means how it practically should go, or how we can conduct it there.
Visualize about the
So
course,
not-
right?
Not the audit itself. We can visualize many things. That's my takeaway. So how the situation will be.
I'm saying
question-
many. That's what I'm saying. Many things means what? It's very.
Actually conducting the audit itself, how will it go? So
That you are able to visualize.
Yes, that I was able to visualize that what question we are asking, what response we are expecting. So that creates sort of a picture itself. So that sort of
nice.
visualization.
So can I add, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir, Rajkumar. Yeah.
So I have learned one thing. My key takeaway is how to phrase the question, rephrase the question, and get the desired result out of that.
Beautiful, sir. Nice. So please apply it on your wife and daughter and your mother.
She is very good, sir. I mean,
and your sister.
She draws a lot of questions and answers from them.
Sir, wife is an auditor, not husband. Generally, husband cannot apply auditing tactics on wife in India.
They know how to ask probing questions. You know?
No, you train them. No?
That will boomerang.
So assignment for all of you is clause number 7.1, 7.2, 8 and 9. Please prepare documentation requirement, implementation requirement, and auditing questions and send it by Friday. in the
Send it.
group. Please post it in the group.
Can you repeat, sir? 7.1.
7.2. Clause number 8 completely. Please develop audit questions, implementation requirements, audit requirements, and documentation requirements, or 3 requirements, and put it in a Word document and post it in the group by Friday. Because that's compulsion, because it's a very important, the heart of the standard, clause number 8, clause number 7.1 and 7.2. So I want you to do little hard work this time. Aditya and Aniket. Haji, Ani, Mansi.
Clause number 9.
No, abhi nahi.
So how about the other 2 assignments?
Other 2 assignments I have told documented information. Kahan likha hai, please make a note of it. Identify how many are there. And cost of poor quality ke upar mein study kari. Because cost of poor quality and clause number 8, there is a relation.
Okay.
That is the reason.
Sir, repeat kare.
Yeah, I'll repeat. Number 1 assignment is study cost of poor quality concept. Improve your knowledge on that. Second, there is a term used in the standard called documented information. Please identify how many times and where this term documented information is used, because these are the areas where you can seek documented information from the client during the time of audit. Assignment number 3, clause number 7.1 and 7.2 and clause number 8. Please prepare auditing requirement, documentation requirement, and implementation requirement, and post it in the group. Prepare in a Word document, post it in the group. You'll have a greater learning. Right or wrong, we'll figure it out, but please post it. Manar Sahab, have you understood?
हाँ सर, मैं समझ गया सर.
बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छी बात है सर. So it's a time 1:10. Let us break for now. See you next Saturday, 10 o'clock. Thank you so much. Good day to all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day all.
Bye.
Bye all.